couple shows back, I put when they first changed the logo, I put the logo down there. I did the whole show there, but I forgot on the next show because I just assumed I had changed it on the actual picture itself. And I didn't even look at it. So,
DMV Sports 3, you are watching Mr. Deacon waste 30 seconds of airtime for something I don't care about.
I can always do this.
Bam! But we're not talking about them right now. And so if you see the logo right now, we're changing it, but it doesn't matter because we are the OGs of the DMV and we get around to things and get around to it. And so with that being said, let's get it!
Let's get it!
Keep it real where the hood's at. Swinging wooden bats at your so-called cats. You know how we roll. Y'all get up in the back. Roll call in the back. Stole the Bama, watch his ass go flat.
In DC, where you got chickens that make it harder to get them digits, the skins and them cowboy tickets.
In DC, decay corpse, dirty Cadillacs, Desert Eagle cannon blast. Watch your back. Four corners of hate, four corners of death, four corners that'll take your last breath. Northeast, southwest, southeast, and northwest. It's the devil's diamond, feel it from your head to your chest. Hope you got your best.
I ain't got nothing to say. And if it's like we ain't got nothing to say, y'all think we ain't got nothing to say, but we got something to say. We always got something to say. As a matter of fact, tonight, I reached out to the fans. This is a fan night tonight as we talk about the Commanders and what they're going on and what's not going on. As usual, my opinion. Off-season blues, we tend to sit there stagnant. Other teams are running 40s, getting times, and we in the stands talking about we're not ready yet. Maybe
we stretching. We stretching.
Yeah, stretching, It's just not necessarily that aggressive nature that we need. And we're talking about, you're looking at over 50 years of football fandom here. And so we definitely are eager to see our team move in another direction as far as the urgency. And I get it. The famous word, the word that we all use, I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it. Rebuild. Rebuilding. That word is used so many times in Washington that it doesn't matter anymore. It's just what we are. We should be the Commanders that rebuild. That would be a better name, a better title in my opinion, because we just continue to just kind of push ourselves along. But tonight, I'm going to hold a lot of my opinions and I'm going to let our Twitter fans ask questions and we're going to try to answer them. I got my man Big Al over there representing tonight. Yes, it is St. Patty's Day. And Al is probably the farthest from Irish that you could possibly. But he found that shirt and put it on tonight. So after I finish ribbing him for the rest of the evening, I'm sure he will put it away forever. But shout out to everybody who's out there celebrating. I got my man down there, Big Deacon. Big Deacon, he is ready to go ahead and poo-poo everything I say because everything I say to him is some larceny and foolishness. But it don't matter because right now I ain't going to say a lot. I'm going to let the fans ask the questions, Deacon, and I'm going to see how you respond on this. First question for tonight, brother, is coming from my man Manny, Young Gunner, talking sports with Manny Chacoba. If I said it right, Manny, good. If I didn't say it right, I apologize. But you can find him on Twitter right there. He asks, what is the plan for linebacker and wide receiver for the Commanders? Anybody want to jump in and answer that question to Mr. Manny?
It's easy. Easy. We're going to get a mid-level linebacker, and we're going to draft a linebacker and wide receiver. Nothing to it. Just the way we do stuff.
Yeah,
just an average guy in the middle.
Yep.
Solid. Don't blow it up.
Probably from Carolina.
We ain't got no money, so just chill out. We're not getting these guys who. We don't have a lot of money, Big Al.
Crowder is out there. Hey, Crowder is a free agent. You remember old Crowder, those slot receivers?
Too much
He's out there from the Jets.
We need a 6 and above guy. We don't need no another shrimp. Okay, let's get these. We need a tall guy. Okay, I'm serious. We need a big.
We've
target.
only done good things in receiver with shrimps. Terry McLaurin is not no too tall man. You had your boy Moss. You had your boy Crowder. You had your boy Garcon. You had your boy Deshaun. These were shrimps, man. That's all we know is shrimps.
Like I was saying, it ain't like we've been winning championships over them years that we had.
No, Big Sims got re-signed.
We signed Big Sims, but we need a big receiver.
Big Sims, welcome back, Big Sims.
That's number 2 is what I'm talking about. Big Sims ain't number 2. He's a number.
Oh, he's a number 4, number 5. Yeah.
Okay, that's even worse. But okay,
I'll say he's on the bench. He's gonna be good.
What I'm saying is we need somebody to come in and be able to take some of that workload off of Terry, so he can get deep. You know, we got to have a big target for Carson Wentz. This dude is 6'5", 230, and with a big arm. We got to get some guys who can blow down the field and get possession receivers. And right now, we have a bunch of guys in Terry. So I think when we do win the draft, man, we go ahead and get one of them special receivers that is above 6'2", maybe. You know, 6'2", 212, 215, gonna put some weight on after he gets to the NFL. And let's start the build. You said we rebuilding? I don't think we're rebuilding. I think we're more maybe renovating. We're doing some renovations, okay? So it's not a total rebuild. We're not gonna tear down to the studs. We're just gonna take a room here and a room there, and we're gonna make it sell a little better. Because we're still trying to sell this Commander name to the fan base, which I'm getting used to now. I've heard it over and over again by people in the industry say it, and it doesn't ring weird to me anymore. You know, so we know what our name is, we know what our team is, we know how Ron likes to build, and this is the way it's going to be. It's not going to be a big splash. He got rid of a couple big contracts, like the dude they signed. They signed a guard, right? Today or yesterday?
Lowell.
Huh?
Today, Lowell.
Yeah, so this guy right here. So, you know, he's not a
Lowell. I said Lowell. Good God.
Yeah, so he's not a big signing, but he's a solid player, man. And when he was in Carolina, another Carolina boy, as far as I remember, he was a Pro Bowler.
A Pro Bowler.
Yeah. So, you know, that's how Ron likes to work, man. And we can't get hung up on what we want Ron to do because he's not going to do it. We can't get caught up on what Ron says because Ron lies. So it is what am I good? Huh? What?
We're talking linebacker and
Your
receiver.
mic ain't working, huh?
We're talking linebacker and receiver, Deacon.
I'm just trying to
linebacker and receiver. These Deacons talking the whole organization. We're going to start talking Dan Snyder. Big Dan. But we're not talking Big Dan right now. Go ahead, Big Al.
Big Dan.
Big Dan.
Big Dan. Big Dan.
Well, again, linebacker, I kind of agree with Deacon. We're going to get a mid-level guy. We're not going to get Bobby. What's the dude for Seattle? We're not getting him. We're not going to get no Wagner. We're not getting no big name person. It's going to be a mid-level guy for $4 or $5 million. That's going to be solid. That just in case whoever we pick in the rookie that don't make it, he's going to be out there playing. I think we're going to probably trade down, Deacon, to get that wide receiver and hopefully some more picks because we need more picks. So we might trade off our number 11 pick, maybe move down to 18, 19 or something like that and try to get more picks. And we're going to get a receiver with that 19 pick or 17 pick or one of the lower picks. And we're going to try to, get linebackers and more people out there because it's going to be about volume because like you said, we're renovating, so we got to renovate. So that's how we can get our wide receiver and linebacker, a combination of a low-budget guy and rookie.
So you think we're going to be smart enough to be able to pick a good wide receiver at number 2, second round, third round?
We picked Terry McLaurin.
I was lucky. They picked him as a special teams guy. They didn't even know what they had.
I think which I think when it comes to drafting, Deacon, it's a crapshoot anyway. You don't know
It's
what you got.
crapshoot.
We thought Dotson was going to be the baddest dude out. Everybody thought
Leave
Dotson was
Dotson
like
alone.
that. We all love Dotson.
Leave Dotson alone, man. I saw Dotson the other
He
day.
couldn't catch a cold if we wanted to.
Hey.
It's all a crapshoot. It is all a crapshoot.
Big Al.
Yeah, but when you take a crapshoot, you want to take your best crap. Okay.
Big Al.
You want to get the crap at the end.
Big Al. Dotson is catching all the tips at Walmart right now. Catching them all.
He's a greeter now, huh?
He got all the speed, still got it. He was pushing them carts in without the little unit that helped him push the cart. He's in shape. I think he can do his thing, but Dotson do it right. Anyway, fellas, we're gonna keep it moving because we ain't gonna belabor this tonight. We're gonna fly through this question rapid fire. This was
hurry up, because, speaking of crapshoot.
okay. TMI. As we go,
I'm above 50 now. I can say whatever the hell I want, wherever I want. I'm one of them old dudes that don't care no more. I just say it, whatever.
What?
Okay, will you spell your first real name?
Huh?
Spell your first last name.
You can't read?
Let me please.
O-Z-E-A, I just told you. I'm not going to say it all I got to say.
No, I know.
A lot of people like to hold back, but I don't hold back nothing. I take just like it is.
Ref the District right now asks the question. Big shout out to Ref the District. The question is, how big is it that J.D. McKissick came back to Washington?
It's pretty big.
Well, did he leave?
Technically, he walked out the door.
J.D. McKissick,
he never packed.
Literally agreed to a $7 million deal with Buffalo.
Yeah, and then Buffalo we went and picked up a big free agent and said, "Hey, we can't pay you."
No, that's not how it happened.
That's how I heard it happen.
I heard it happen when JD they offered him a $7 million contract because Washington didn't offer him a contract. And then when he said, "Hey, Buffalo was going to sign me for $7 million," they said, "Hey, okay, if that's all you want, $7 million, we give you $7 million." And he never signed the contract. He signed it with Washington.
I guess the question I have is, should we have signed J.D. McKissick?
Absolutely.
Doesn't the man have a bad neck?
Well,
No.
So
everybody on the Washington is bionic. Everybody got bad stuff.
Saying, man,
nobody with nothing. Nobody's
we already know his neck is bad. I thought he had a bad neck.
He don't have a bad neck.
A 2-year contract, right?
Allegedly.
2 years, $7 million. That's not bad, right?
No, it's not.
We still eating other contracts. We can eat that one.
I'm just saying,
hold on.
The man $7 million, his hand is still numb. I mean, come on, man. Do we know is he healthy or not? Is he healthy?
Big Al.
You have to assume so.
J.D. McKissick has done nothing but perform for Washington.
He has.
He has. Everybody in Washington gets hurt, and he has been able to show he don't fumble. He catch the ball out the backfield, and if the holes open up, the man can scoop. J.D. McKissick gives it up. I don't think that this is a bad deal at all. As a matter of fact, what J.D. said was in his tweet was that, hey, the Buffalo deal was nice. Shout out to that great team up there. However, we got things undone in Washington.
Okay.
Now that, my friend, is what is needed on our team right now. We don't need anybody on here, as your boy Tomlinson would say, we don't need no hostages. We need people who want to be here playing for Washington and growing this franchise. Because we can say all we want with the organization and what they're trying to do. But if the players don't feel that way, don't mean a hill of beans. We got to have that legendary team effort that we had in the past, which got us success. And JD, he did a Kerrigan. I would like to retire here. JD, we got unfinished business here. That's what Washington fans need. That's what we needed to hear. Thank you, Mr. McKissick. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. And I have always said on this show, and you guys know it, I feel with my heart of hearts, if he got the plays, Mr. McKissick is the better back. Gibson is the better athlete, but J.D. McKissick is the better back.
That might be true. He's been a running back longer than Antonio Gibson's been a running back. But to answer your question, Big Al, as far as is he healthy or not, we have a lot of players that we think are good because they play for us and they're the best on our team. But then when free agency comes, nobody wants them. We let them go and nobody wants them. You know what I mean? They signed a 1 year, a veteran minimum contract just trying to stay in the league. A Super Bowl contending team wanted this guy.
Right,
that's rare for our team to have, especially when him to come back when he can go and automatically almost going to be in the playoffs. So I have to take it as, yeah, he's healthy or healthy enough to the point where they see the progression. He'll be healthy when the season comes. So, and we know what he does on the field for us. So that's going to be a good outlet for Wentz to throw to in his moments of crisis. Because he's going to have some. And that may be what happened in Indy, as the boy in Indy may not been able to, he may not be a pass-catching back. So they might not have had that outlet. I mean, like you said, I don't watch Indy, so I don't know. I know he's a good running back, but is he a pass-catching running back? So that could be the difference up there, too, to help him out in the game, to get him, started back up, get him feeling like he's comfortable again. They might not have had that. But we do.
We got
number 41.
That's right. Welcome back, McKissick. Shout out to JD. Let's get it. Al, what you got to feel on that? Anything you want to add?
Nah, man. I just want to see the brother healthy, though. We're going to pay him $7 million. I want to see him at least give us some games, man. And that neck injury, when it happened to him, man, I was concerned for the brother because it wasn't a fun injury. It's not a good place to get an injury. After we seen what our tight end did, that we had an all-world tight end that took a head injury and a neck injury and never returned to, and we had just paid him big money. He never returned back to who he was.
Right.
Respect not to go out to Reed because he's out there now. I guess he's living off that money, but hopefully he's healthy.
Yeah. Shout out to Reed, man. He was a man-child, man. Unfortunately, he would have been awesome here in Washington if he was here now.
And that goes back to what we were talking about before we even started, is that hopefully he has his own doctors and he's taking care of himself and finding out whether what the team doctor and what his doctors are saying the same thing. And he's preparing for the future, not just because we're going to work it. We're gonna put it to work.
He's going to get hit.
Yeah.
Speaking of tight ends, Ricky Seals-Jones is a Giant now. How y'all feel about that real quick?
I'm good with that.
Let's just hope he doesn't pay us back with those comments. With that being said,
he's a big target. We deep in tight ends right now. We deep in tight ends. We don't need another tight
ends.
Yeah.
Let's go with this understanding right now that I got another question from the fans. And this fan right here is my main man. He goes by the name of @JohnnyLocal. He's local. Johnny Local, a.k.a. Ash Burning. He says, can Wentz take it to the next level? Basic, but pivotal.
Can he take it to the next level?
So I seen the interview Wentz did today when they announced and he had his family on there. He had the crazy outfit on there and everything. And he seemed very stable in a position to make that next step as the maturity level. Now, maybe athletically he's not the same guy, but just his approach, he seemed humble. The fact that Indy had humbled him, the fact that he knew it was important to him, his family, and and the fact that this is it for him. He had a look on the face like, this is it for me. I don't make it big here, and right. I'm not gonna make it. So I personally feel like, if he doesn't, I think he's gonna give his best opportunities gonna be here. I'm definitely calling my boy Turner and making sure Turner is putting together some plays that make this man look good and play with. I think if this man's mentally, the way he was sounding at the interview today, mentally, this is it for him. And we all
who's out calling?
Calling Big Turner,
Turner, man. Calling Turner, baby.
Call it TNT.
TNT. He's drawing up some plays for him right now.
Huh?
And you know what I'm saying? So if Tony can do his job, yes. Tell Hot Pants or whatever his name was that Wentz is ready. This is it. The luck of the Irish. Ashburn, whatever his name was.
Ashburn, man, aka Johnny Local, asked the question because he wants to know that Mr. Coordinate up there in his reverse gold. What was he wearing?
It was weird. He was trying. He had the same color shoes on too.
Oh, he was trying, man.
It was kind of like when we got Deion Sanders. He wore that burgundy suit.
Yeah, but it was the 90s and everything was corny.
I'm saying he probably
it fit the corniness.
Gingers aren't that corny. Okay, let's just.
Woo! Hey man, Wentz gonna have to answer for that for years to come.
That's true. But listen, if he's doing good, that would be the least of his questions. If he's
Deacon, did you respond to the question, man?
What I was gonna say is I saw the interview as well, and like Big Al said, he's stable. You know, he knows what his job is now. He knows that his chances are coming few and far between after this one. So to get the job done, he's got to get in there and start to work. Now I know he took responsibility for the last two games that Indy played. They lost and didn't get into the playoffs. That was okay. I don't mind that too much. He's obviously a self-aware guy, which is good. But the real question is, you know that you had two bad games when the chips were on the table. What are you going to do to fix that? Can you fix that? Because knowing is one thing, but being able to change it is another. So I don't know whether it was just a bad game or he just, shit the pot. So either way, we're going to find out this year. I think that with what we got, I think we're going to be okay. I think Scott's going to draw up some plays where it's not confusing for him. It plays to his strengths. Now, this is what an offensive coordinator should do anyway. You find out who you got, you talk to him, you find out what he can do, what he's comfortable with, and you design a play around that. You design a program. So hopefully in Scott's second year, right? In his second full year, he will progress as well. It's like I said, it's just as much on Wentz as it is the coaches right now. They are locked in step. So when one goes down, they all go down. So hopefully they all got that understanding that it's no time to play now. Even though we're not rebuilding, but we're renovating, you don't have that much time to renovate. We got to sell this house. And the sale is into the playoffs. We got to put this ship on the road, man. So we'll see. But I like it. You see where Indy is right now, right? Still looking for a quarterback. We didn't want to be in that position. You do not want to be in that position right now, looking for a quarterback for next year. So we had to jump on something. We did it. We got it stabled out. Now we'll see what happens in the season. But I like it so far. And then not to like, but whatever.
All right. Well, obviously, you guys feel like still a question. Nobody's sitting here gun ho right now. I do agree that we have an individual that can athletically give us a chance. And what we hadn't had is a long time. We had Haskins, who was mentally 2 steps behind everything.
Just resigned with the Steelers.
$2.5 million with the Steelers. Listen says that he does enjoy Haskins giving him a ride in a golf cart, and he's a real nice guy.
That's right.
Also,
so is Cal out.
Like that. The parties are like that. But anyway, so with that being said, Haskins got paid. But we don't have a Haskins. We have somebody who I think, and when he came here, he gave us fits. So hopefully we can at least have somebody that we feel more competent will, get out there and do some things. All right, next question. This is a little longer question, and this comes from DMV Sports 2015 at DMV Sports 2015 on Twitter. He asked, with all the cuts in the new cap space, yet the holes that we have that need to be filled.
What did he say?
The holes that we have that need to be filled. And even with the Norwell signing that we just talked about, is there a possible splash move, Deacon? And I'm going to you first because you were talking about the big splash not happening. So you don't think that we have a big splash coming down?
No. I think we're clearing cap room to sign Terry. That's what I think we're doing. We need that money to sign Terry next year. We do not want to get in the same position where we was in with our last two franchise players or franchise contracts, where we had Sheriff on 2, we had I keep forgetting the quarterback's name. You know who I'm talking about? That dude.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, he took 2 of them and then left. Both of these guys left after 2. I think we need to get him signed, give him a contract that suits his position, but we need that extra cash. So I don't know if Trey's talking to me or not because he's on mute, but he's probably talking to that dog that's killing him down there. But no, I don't think there's a big splash coming. I think there's going to be a couple more players that we're going to get that are mid-level, that may be starters, but not like, superstars. And then next year, if Carson Wentz doesn't work out, I think then they're going to start drafting quarterbacks and then trying to get a splash to get some actual talent in here. Because you can't always build your team on good guys. You got to have some nuts in there too, man. You got to have some in there. You got to have some dudes that are just wired differently.
I'm gonna bust your gut open and watch you die.
And I think we don't have that many of those guys right now.
But Dick, I slightly disagree with you. I think they are trying to get splash players. The splash players are not favoring us. That's
Swipe left.
They are swiping left on us. You know what I'm saying? Be 1, because of the organization. 2, because of the remodel job or the revamp that we're doing. And they just not. So I think we're gonna have to wait to the end of the free agent market, where some people may think they splash and they had a name, but they not really splash. You know what I'm saying? Anymore, or they coming to the end of their splash. So I think.
So maybe you, right now, who's still free, we're not gonna splash with him. That would bring in attitude, the honey badger. The honey badger or the honey badger. That would bring in that energy. Him along with a healthy Chase Young, a nasty D. You don't think that's?
If we bring him in, it'd be a budget. It'd be a budget call. He'd be taking money that he thought he should be making more. You know what I'm saying? If he thinks he's a $7 million player now, and we're gonna bring him in for $4 million. You know what I'm saying? Because his value is going down and he don't know it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the type of player we're going to get that may have a little name, but maybe coming to the end of their career.
And do we want players on a 1-year contract at this point? I mean, if we're trying to. I
think we do, Deacon, because I don't think Ron has a long time to.
Well, I'm talking about superstars, though. I mean, superstars like.
No, we want a superstar, but we might want to have some 1-year contract people because Ron he got to get over 7 wins this year, so he might have some talent on a 1-year contract, trying to get over the 7 wins.
I'm just talking about building as far as the futures. We just don't have the money to.
Ron may not be thinking future.
No, you're right. He shouldn't be because
Ron may be thinking his future is now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he paid Carson Wentz $28 million.
It might not be a bad idea for Ron to fire himself. Just saying, sometimes you got one too many jobs.
So, with that being said, then no. Both of you guys are. Al saying yes, we might be saving up for a splash. Deacon saying no, absolutely not. I'm going to go with.
Maybe. Come on,
I'm going to go with Deacon. I just don't necessarily feel like this organization is built for splashes. I think I know I was teasing, but there's a little narcissism going on in Washington when they feel like whoever they bring in here, they're going to build up work. And we all feel like in our own way of saying that we never build up anybody and work them. You know, I think Terry is probably the only person that's been on the team for a consistent period of time, probably stayed on the field for the most period of time that we can kind of say that we had something to do with. Outside of him, you'd be hard pressed to find anybody. And
Logan Thomas?
Logan Thomas, this is his second year or
but where he came, where we got him from, he wasn't that good.
And he was a project.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of projects, you got your boy Samus, right? He's still on the squad.
Samus Ray's still on the squad.
And so now, if he comes out, lights out, then I can say, "Whoa, we did that." But you know, and then you know, defensively, unfortunately, Chase second year hurt. So now we got to wait to see if Chase is going to come back to Chase from first year or something else. So we still waiting for those consistencies. Gibson, I can say probably is another one, you know, because he's has fought through his injury. He stayed on the field, 1,000-yard back, you know what I'm saying? So he is one. So him and Terry pretty much hold it down in that regard. But everybody else, man, is replaceable, refillable, refundable. I mean, whatever other reads you want to throw in there, we just seem to do that in Washington. And so to go with Al, I'm saying, we got to go for the splash now for just to keep Ron, i.e. our coach, from being replaceable, you know, to do it, because he has to win.
I got a question for you, Trey. I got a question. Did you ask me? I asked you a question.
Sure.
We know that you know, in Washington, our best squad is the defensive squad, and we do our best to bring in solid players. We got a number one ranked, not one to rank, but number one picks on all the way through the line. We did 4 years straight of number one defensive players. How do you feel about your boy being sliced this week, Mr. DeShazier Everett? Him who is seldom seen more than 4 plays a game. A penalty waiting to happen. A shoulder injury always happens.
Ladies and gentlemen, talking about my boy.
Your favorite.
Now let me
one in your heart.
Why DeShazier was that guy for me. And unfortunately, that was a heartbreaking moment. And I want to say this to everybody watching. When I think of defense, I think of nasty. I think of hard hitting. I think of Sean Taylor hitting the punter in the Pro Bowl and knocking him clean out in the Pro Bowl. And nobody doubted the fact that Sean Taylor should have done it, and he did it, and everybody applauded, because that's defense. That's what a defensive player is. This new style of defense, whatever like that, is what DeShazier Everett wasn't. And DeShazier Everett, yes, he was always a penalty away from, you know, whatever. But you know what he did? When he got on the field, every receiver tightened up, because they knew that this dude right here was reckless. And I'm going to tell you another person who reminds me of DeShazier, or DeShazier reminds me of him, Pac-Man Jones. Now, Pac-Man was a wild dude. Now, you know, everybody, some people love him, a lot of people hate him. But Pac-Man was one of the things, when he touched the field, you bet to be ready. And your boy, there's another one, lastly. What's his name? Funny last name. But not Buckus, but from Cincinnati. I can't say his name incorrectly.
Berkeley?
No. Do with the long hair.
No. Huh? Anyway, I'm talking about, I can't think of his name, but he was the one that laid out Antonio Brown. And when he did that, everybody was, that's terrible. But anybody who played defense and everybody who liked that team was like, yeah, because you don't come into a football team with a defense that we tout. We the ones that said, and the league said, that we should have had the number one defense. Nobody should have got a yard. We didn't prove that. But when DeShazier got in, he changed the tone. And unfortunately, DeShazier's gone, and I know it. And again, he got injured and all that stuff like that. But when he got in the game, he played his position. And when you feel the box, you feel the box. And if anybody knows Big Al, who knows that position, you can't go in there and wrap your arms.
Yeah, he was a hit
game at the beginning of the year, just bouncing off people.
Yeah, I personally think they probably would have re-signed DeShazier for a minimum amount of money. He probably would have took it, but unfortunately, and rest in peace to his girlfriend. He had that really bad car accident where he got hurt, and his family member got passed away. And unfortunately, it's a court case going along with that too. And we got so much going on with the Commanders organization that I think they kind of shied away from that situation too. He was injured. He had a court case going on, and he was just basically a hitman or special teams guy and a short-term reliever at safety. So they decided to move on for a number of different reasons. But DeShazier was a fan favorite, actually a Trey-Z favorite because of the hitting. Because of the hitting.
Right on. Because of the hitting. That's right. Definitely that. Absolutely. Nothing but the hitting. Because defense is all I want to hear. Is pow, pow, ouch, hurt. Not outside, but the other side. And therefore, you don't come into Washington, you better change up your game plan. You better be ready. Buckle up, put your mouthpiece in, and that's what it is. I want Washington to develop not a good defensive team for the season, but a franchise defensive scheme team. We still can do it. We're still holding on to the pieces. We just need one or two more pieces and tell Del Rio to stop holding back. All right, folks, ladies and gentlemen, hey, you know what? No need to belabor. This is what it is. Those were the questions that I'm going to go with tonight. We had other questions, and those that asked those questions will come back next week and ask those questions possibly pending. Because, we always have individuals come on and get on the show. And if you've gotten this far, please make sure you like and subscribe. And we're going to add one more thing. Share. Can you, those of you who like our show, share it with others, because we would like for you to spread us around so that everybody can know that this is where you can come and get the real right here with the OGs of the DMV. All things DMV. And it's all good right here. I hear it. Listen.
Go.
That's it. That's us. This is what it's all about. It's time to order. What you gonna get? I got the half and half on its way. Let's go. Deacon, Big Al.
Ain't it crazy how you can go from being to everybody on your dick? They like the way the riggedy raw rap so low. Next time you're on Facebook, check the photo. At the airport, didn't need a passport. Southeast, yeah, nigga on a passport. This the flash life, I got my cash right. Sound with the rhyme like the mic be a flashlight. But I know that if I stay stunting, all these girls only gon' want one thing. I can spend my whole night big butt hunting. The only good gon' come is when I'm coming. She got an ass that'll swallow up a G-string. And up top, 2-piece thing. And I beastin'. When the D-string, familiar faces locking down like a precinct. We give a damn about the drama that you do bring. We just trying to change the color on your ring. Familiar faces, you need to hear some new things. We keep it tight on the mic like a shoestring. What's that thing? Baby, these skills. Is that a mini what? Baby, these wheels. You tripping when you ain't sipping, have a refill. Feel like you running shit, huh? That's how we feel.